couldn't find it. Which ones are we doing? I couldn't find it.
Oh, all right. Welcome, everyone. Hang on. I'm going to do this. Then I got to flip Big B an email.
Air
Oh,
traffic
yeah.
control, bringing New York. Roger that. Bringing Canada. 10-4. Gentlemen, we have liftoff.
Cave Crew. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. CaveCrewRadio.com.
This is Radio. Don't look now.
Guess who is back for more?
In 24. CaveCrewRadio.com.
Okay, so I'm going to hand it over to the Big B. So I'm going to forward him this.
He's got to forward me an email because I couldn't find certain things for tonight's show. So he's forwarding me the email. But yes, we after, was it 3 weeks we've been off? We are back. As usual. Well, not as usual, but we are kind of sleepy. And that usually tends to lead to good shows.
Yeah, it does. I'm exhausted.
I am. You'll find out why I'm sleepy during the epicenter.
Okay, so and I flipped it to you, so it's only the FLA ones we have. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I've been to Florida. Big B's been doing stuff. I have another week I'm going to miss soon. We're kind of working on this part-time schedule, but we're always going to try and make sure that everything is good for you, ladies and gentlemen. So tonight we have the big epicenter reveal that we've been talking about for weeks before we took our break.
That's right.
We should have drink of the week. We've got Twitter shits. We've got Mike Breeds the News. We've got Talking FLA. And whatever else comes up when we're exhausted and drinking on a Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
So Big B and I were talking. I think part of the reason, I know you have other reasons, and so do I, but this rain and wind can fuck off. Like, I think this is our punishment for a mild winter.
Well, we still haven't had spring yet here in New York. It's been cold. Like, it's got a couple of days up into the mid 60s, but otherwise it's been in the 40s, low 50s. At night it gets down to just above the 30s. So we haven't really gotten spring yet.
You're getting it worse than me. Last Sunday, I was on the deck trying to maintain a March tan.
Ooh, look at you.
And, reveal the tan when we come on camera, folks. But, yeah, I need a place. I need money, but I need a place.
Yeah.
And I love the warm. Love
Me too. I've said it for years. Even before we had this show, I've said it when I was younger. I cannot stand the cold.
And not just the cold, right? How about daylight? Daylight at 7. It's still early, but, maybe around, is it dark yet? Yeah, it's dark. So, but I mean, it'll eventually get 9 o'clock light outside.
Yep.
Sit and enjoy.
Yep. It's not dark at 4:30 p.m.
Yeah.
It's
like that. What is it? Is it January? It's pitch black at 4.
Yeah,
for
it's
like
crazy.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it's crazy. And hopefully one day they do away with this time change nonsense.
We've talked about it before, right? Like So listen, are you amping up for hockey? Since we have about 5 minutes and we haven't been on for a while, President's Choice or whatever they call it, President's Trophy.
President's Trophy.
Yeah.
Well, the Rangers are sputtering now. They've lost 2 in a row. Games they should have won. They should have beat the Flyers, who coming into the game didn't win a game in their past 11.
Yeah.
They should have beat the Islanders, but played terribly in the first period. They got 2 games left. One against the Islanders, and I forget who they're playing the very last game of the season. But they're going to pull it together. Never mind the President's Trophy. Let's win the Metro and go in on a high note.
You want wild card 2. You don't want Tampa. You want wild card 2.
Well,
Detroit,
wild card 2
Pittsburgh,
maybe
Washington, whoever it's going to be.
Well, it may be the Islanders too. Who knows? That's still all up in the air.
Yeah, I think the Islanders will finish third, but
they're third right now. They win in overtime yesterday against Montreal.
yeah, but like Pittsburgh, Detroit, Washington, they're all within a point.
Yep.
The game and Detroit's coming into Toronto, and they're still saying, "Oh, Toronto can catch Boston." I don't think so, but
well, it would be interesting if the Rangers wound up playing the Capitals. That's Laviolette playing his old team from last year.
They're sputtering too, though.
See now, I have a question for you, and I know what your answer is going to be.
Yes.
MVP of the league is going to be who?
Oh no, I don't think I'll give you what you expect. Sorry, just trying to plug in the hard internet here.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think if Matthews gets 70 goals, that's definitely something special, and they better not bench him, because I was there when he scored his first 60. Like, I mean, that this guy is special, and I know we don't do the hockey anymore, but him with Domi and Bertuzzi instead of the freaking Barbie is it's making him change his game. It's a tougher. I like it. And then you got Marner and everybody else falling up the rear. But I know everybody always says automatically McDavid. And I know Kucherov is having a hell of a year, but I'm on the McKinnon train.
Ooh, Nate McKinnon.
Yeah. I think it's between Nate McKinnon and Kucherov.
Let's see. I just had it in mind, and I forgot who's the leader.
Well, I think the 3 are McDavid, Kucherov, and McKinnon. Yes. What is better? They keep talking about it on the NHL Network, right? What's better, 70 goals or 100 assists? I don't know.
Because I was expecting you to say automatically Austin Matthews, and generally the MVP will go to the guy that scores the most goals. So most likely Matthews would get the MVP this year. And I have nothing against Matthews. He's having a phenomenal season. And I was thinking of, and I know he's not going to get MVP, but Panarin should be in the discussion.
Panarin is another one that's in the conversation, because we picked on Panarin a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's having a really outstanding year.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the stats. I mean, Kucherov has 141 points.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And I don't know how much you've watched him, but the guy's phenomenal.
Well, I mean, he always has been. And I didn't realize McKinnon was at 137.
You got to watch McKinnon, and you got to watch him skate. I have never seen anybody break from his own zone and do a one-man show like him. Right. Like, I'm not a Colorado fan, but in 30 seconds, who's your pick for the Cup? It's probably going to be the Rangers, but
I can't pick against my Rangers. They're fighting for the President's Trophy. They look a lot better than they did last year going in. I can't pick against my Rangers right now.
I like them too, but Dallas
is good. Dallas looks
good. Like I don't know. Dallas Rangers. That would be good.
Oh, that would be a hell of a cup final.
If the Leafs could just make it to the conference final, I'd be happy.
Rangers Leafs?
Yeah. Just that far. Anyway, here we go. Lots of exciting stuff coming around the corner. We're gonna turn on the radio and we're gonna do our first live show in quite some time. Microphone level is really low.
You sound good on my side.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's just my. Here we go, kids.
The show is about to start.
We have liftoff. In 3, 2, 1.
Wow, back for more in 24. It's Cave Crew Radio. CaveCrewRadio.com.
There was a time when the world turned their back on men. Men with a dream and savage yearning within them. Legions compelled by passion that knows no boundary. A consuming flame that defies plausible explanation. Battling the forces of domestication, they find the courage to band together to experience the awesome power of being men.
I say this with all due respect.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Tonight's broadcast of the Masculine Feminist has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am.
Gotta go to a place like a shot and a beer, steak, man. Saying we can stop, get pancakes, and then we'll get laid, all right?
Why do you drink ice cold beer on a hot day?
Mr. Clevin, what else are you gonna do with it?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
The Yankees are champions of baseball. It's a power play goal.
This is Cave Crew Radio.
Indeed, it is, ladies and gentlemen. My name is DK. I am live in my cave in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, back after a break from the sunny south of FLA. We are live on Cave Crew Radio. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. We are live on Pulse Talk Radio in the UK. Podcasts available wherever you listen. We are both, I am one half of the totally exhausted radio hosts trying to figure out what buttons to push because we've had, 3 weeks, 4 weeks off. We're part-timers now, ladies and gentlemen, but we promise when we deliver on our part-time broadcast schedule, call us semi-retired, whatever you want to call it, we're going to bring it. We have the biggest epicenter of all time. We have Drink of the Week. We have Talking FLA. We have Twitter shits, and we have Mike Reads the News. So all your favorite stuff, it's still here. We got it ready for you. But before we continue and get into the biggest epicenter of the year, ladies and not the year, all time.
And now, he is the king of the sovereign county of Urine Stench and Stenchlandia, the commander-in-chief of the Water Gypsies, the self-proclaimed president of the United States, a university graduate, and always the epicenter of something. Ladies and gentlemen, His Royal Highness Big B.
Yes, live from Queens, New York, I am King B, and I am also the Speaker of the House. And as always, I am the epicenter of something. This week, I am the epicenter of the biggest.
Wait a minute.
Ooh.
This is a big one.
I am the epicenter of the biggest announcement ever made on this show. As I take a sip of my beer.
Yes, that's okay.
The announcement that we've been waiting on for the past few weeks is this show will no longer have a New York presence.
Oh.
New York will no longer exist to this show.
I can't do this alone. It's impossible.
Well, you won't do it alone because I am moving to Arizona.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been following this show, Big B was originally targeting Kentucky and buying a horse farm. But he's been wanting to get out of the metropolitan of Gotham for years. He's finally pulled the plug. And now, so like everything works with work. I know you work at home. How about your wife? She's retiring or?
No. We're taking our jobs west. So this has been going on since, well, we've been working on this kind of for 2 years for targeting Arizona. It's been ramping up since December. And we've been working with a real estate agent. We narrowed in on a house. We put in an offer, and on Valentine's Day, the offer was accepted. So we went.
I knew what it was, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as he said his son was going to school in Arizona, because not so much Big B, but I know Big Mama.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't want to be 2,500 miles away. No, she doesn't want to be 6-hour flight away. So on Valentine's Day, my wife says this is the best Valentine's Day gift she ever got. On Valentine's Day, our offer was accepted on the house. We went into contract. We closed on March 28th. March 29th, that was a Thursday. March 29th was the first week we were off. We flew out to Arizona. Got the keys to the house, met our real estate agent at the house, got the keys, and started. We spent all of that week from the 28th through April 5th, last Friday, building furniture, getting deliveries in, because what we're doing is we're basically not bringing anything from New York as far as furniture goes. We're kind of, new house, we're starting new.
Yeah.
The only thing that's coming with us is, obviously personal items, computer stuff, things of that nature.
My studio and all your collection of.
Oh yeah, collectibles and things like that. All that's coming, but we're not bringing, beds. We're not bringing the couches. We even got new TVs. So yeah, all new over there. We spent all of that week building furniture, getting the house in order. And it's a wonderful house, by the way. I bought a new grill while I was out there.
You've got to get pictures for next week and send them to me. Beautiful.
I have the real estate photos from the site, but my wife took pictures of us as we were building things throughout the house, so I can send you those if you want.
Yeah, we'll have to. It's a gorgeous house, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a big house, and let me tell you that on the second floor that we have like an alcove. We're kind of calling it a loft area. So upstairs there's 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, sorry, and one public bathroom and one in the ensuite for us, our private bathroom.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
And where's the studio? Will you be broadcasting from outside?
I could, but the office/studio will be in the bedroom. We've set it up. The bedroom is big.
Yeah.
It's a really, really big bedroom. So like we have plenty of room to our office stuff will be there. And that will be where the studio is as well. Um, and there's an alcove that we're calling the loft, and it's a large space, and we have already built an air hockey table that's
Oh,
going there. We bought
bringing a small amount of the East with you.
a small amount.
Yeah.
So we got the air hockey table up there, and then while we were at Best Buy buying TVs, by the way, you'll be happy to know I have a gigantic 75-inch television, 75-inch 4K television hanging on the wall in the living room.
Just a teeny weeny, ladies and gentlemen.
Compared to your 80, whatever it is.
90-inch
90.
covers my entire wall. It's the only joy of my life.
I wanted 85, but it was too expensive, so we compromised. I have 75-inch 4K television hung on my wall in
Still
all its
beautiful.
glory. And while we were there, and I was organizing the delivery and the install of the TVs, my wife found that they have the cabinet arcade games at Best Buy. So we bought Mortal Kombat 2, which has Mortal Kombat 2, a bunch of other old arcade games on it. So we're going to have that as well. So we're going to have air hockey tournaments, Mortal Kombat tournaments, the studio there. We are both taking our jobs with us. So we're bringing both our New York salaries to Arizona.
I wonder if there'll be an invite in the future, ladies and gentlemen, because I still get very cold.
No, let me tell you. So we have something here, and then I'll continue.
All right,
I can continue after that.
We interrupt this for just a minute, ladies and gentlemen, for
Mrs. B presents the drink of the week.
It's a Captain and Coke, Captain Morgan's and Coca-Cola. Nothing
my
major.
Sons, by the way,
but of course it has this stupid thing in it.
And of course you get the umbrella. But my son's favorite drink, now that he's old enough to drink, he likes rum and Coke.
Rum and Coke. There you go. So
I'm hooked on margaritas myself. I had a watermelon margarita in Florida.
There you go.
And I'll have to send you the picture because I got two. Because I was doubling everywhere there. I was with three women. I wasn't driving. I was going crazy.
There you go.
And I got some good Florida stories, but we'll keep them for another night. But yeah, margarita.
See, my go-to when I'm out at a bar somewhere, and if I'm going to have a mixed drink, my go-to mixed drink is gin and tonic.
Okay.
Here we have obviously various drinks, and for drink of the week. But when I'm out, my go-to drink is gin and tonic. If I'm not drinking beer,
I don't mind gin. It's a funny taste. Need a little bit of lime or lemon or something in there.
You could. Yeah, you could do gin and tonic with some lime in it. That works.
But me, I'm margarita all day long.
By the way, while I have my wife here, picture the ask has been made for pictures of the house for next week's show. So I know you took all the pictures, going around what we did and all that stuff. So yeah. So
now, while you have Mrs. B.
Oh wait, hold on.
Is she at all nervous about scorpions?
Oh my God, that's the worst question to ask. The question to you is, and I know this answer because we've been talking about it for 2 years. Are you at all nervous about scorpions? That's the number one concern going
or coral
to Arizona.
snakes, or coral snakes, or Gila monsters.
Oh, Gila monsters is another one. Yes. Oh, she says they're cute, but you can't touch them; they'll kill you.
It's the spit.
Yeah, they will kill you. But she says Gila monsters are cute. But the number one concern is scorpions. But as she has mentioned, and I will talk about in a minute that the Jolitzes have assured us that there are no scorpions in the area.
Okay, good.
We just have to watch for a brown recluse, apparently.
Which is a snake.
Spider.
Oh.
Which killed Jeff Hanneman, by the way. That's what Jeff Hanneman died of, is a brown recluse spider bite.
If you're gonna go, paradise is the way to go.
There you go. So yeah. So pictures for next week. Okay. So let me just tell you first that the house is literally 5 minutes from Mike Jolitz.
Oh, your new best friend.
Literally 5 minutes away.
DK out the door. Toss Stu out 2 or 3 years ago. Scotty and Sharon didn't work out. DK's done.
We are literal.
It's going to be the new and improved Mike Jolitz show.
We are literal neighbors now, which is great. So let me just tell you about them real quick. So we got out there on Friday. Mike invited the family. We did our family, their family. We went out to dinner at this bowling, like big, like Dave and Buster's type place that has bowling in it and all that. We didn't bowl. We just sat around drinking and eating. The kids all went and played the video games and did all that stuff. And then the next day was Easter Sunday. And now we had planned, all we had planned was we were just going to continue building furniture. Like, it's an empty house. We have nothing. We made sure, we got James stuff so we could go Easter egg hunting. The Easter Bunny did make an appearance and left him something. So we made sure that was taken care of. But as great as the great Jolitz family are, they invited us over for Easter dinner. As we were out Saturday night, they said, what are you doing tomorrow? I said, just building stuff the whole week. We're just building stuff and, we want to try to paint and all this. He goes, well, we're having dinner at 6. Come over sometime before then.
And you're never late at Mrs. Jolitz.
Let me tell you, the food was awesome. And she makes I don't know the name of it. They were calling it the pink stuff. It's a dessert that's like a whipped dessert with like cherries and all of this, and it's pink. It's like whipped cream and cherries, and it is really good. She also did the green stuff, which was pistachio ice cream, vanilla, again, whipped cream, and chocolate chips. Fantastic. Along with the ham and she made meatballs in this sauce. Holy crap. It was good. We ate like kings at the Jolitz house. Let me tell you, they are wonderful, wonderful people.
We know that. They
were so awesome to us. And we, obviously we had nothing because it was an empty house. How many trips to Walmart back and forth just to buy a couple of dinners, for breakfasts and a couple of things for lunch, back and forth to Walmart. They were so nice and accommodating to us. They are wonderful people. And the way the garbage is set up, we left before garbage was picked up. So Mike went over and took the garbage out for me.
He's a pretty good guy.
Wonderful. It was I'm excited to be there to know, like if we moved to Kentucky, like we wouldn't know anybody.
Yeah.
I'm excited that we're literally 5 minutes away from Mike. We can hang out. He's promised to make appearances on the show live. I'm going to go over by him for Mike reads the news. And to your point, when you were asking, everybody is asking for an invite now to come out, and all are welcome. We have room for people to stay now. And we're going to barbecue our ass off and have lots of fun. So I know a couple of friends of mine from here want to come. I know somebody that lives out in LA. He wants to come in.
That'd be our buddy Jeff.
Jeff, yes, that's right.
We need to have him back.
I did tell him that he needs to come back on because you were obsessed with the lane splitting. So we're working on that. But yeah, he wants to come out. So yes, you are more than welcome to come out. We are excited to leave New York and start our new adventure in Arizona. That's not going to happen until both kids are out of school. My older one graduates in May. My younger one finishes late June. So the beginning of July probably will be heading out there.
Heading out. Have you sold this house?
I rent this house.
Oh, okay. Well, there. Congratulations.
As my, that we purchased our first home. This is our first home purchase.
Well, good for you. You'll probably die before it's paid off.
I was looking at the everything's an app now, so I have my mortgage app, and it matures in the year 2056, something to that effect.
Well, you can't take it with you, so
no, I'm going to leave it to my kids.
Well, that's what I mean. Like people, I'm too old to do this. I'm too old. I'm looking at a place, maybe Florida. Maybe I'll fall in love with Arizona. I talked about it before to you that I think Arizona is a very attractive place for a winter home. If I got to flip a mortgage, it's my life.
That's right. I mean, I'm not going by what other people's expectations are. And we were lucky that we are both our jobs allowed us to carry our salaries out there and keep our jobs. We're working remotely.
That's a biggie.
That's mine was a little bit like at first they said no because they have some ridiculous remote work policy, but then a week later they said yes. Hers was a bit different because she works in the office. Like I work from home every day. She works in the office and she's more tied to being there, being in person, but she does so much virtually that even when she's got vacation, like that week we were out there, she was working. She was up in the mornings working because they need her to do so much stuff that, she was like, everything I do in the office, I could do virtually, just set me up. So what they did, they bought her monitors, they bought a computer, they bought a webcam, all this stuff. And we set that up while we were out there as well. So yeah.
And I've noticed that too about today's world because I'm in two plants an hour apart, and 99% of the work I can remotely do from one branch to another because of computers and Teams and all this stuff. So
yeah, so it's exciting times here for us. And yes, we will lose the New York presence, but that's all right. We are now forming an Arizona alliance.
You'll be able to lose your mind on Arizona people now.
Oh my! I can't honestly. Everyone I've met is so nice.
Yeah.
Until
you live there.
Well, not even like I went to McDonald's and went through the drive-through. The drive-through chick was like, so it was at 6:00 in the morning when we were catching our flight back to New York. The most pleasant person on the planet, handing me my egg McMuffin.
Well, how would you feel if it's fucking 80 degrees every day? You'd have nothing to bitch about.
It's got to be because everybody was so, and there's this little, like, not secret, but it's a thing apparently. It's very hard to find somebody that is originally from Arizona. Like everybody I met is from California. Like I met some dude that was working in Home Depot is from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, I'm from Queens, and we started bullshitting. People were from California, from Texas, from Colorado. Nobody's from Arizona.
Well, and you'll find if you ever get a chance to go, great town, Nashville is exactly the same. You're riding around your Ubers and whatever, and where I'm from New Orleans, I'm from New York, I'm from Wisconsin. It's another one of those places. Now, before we move on, speaking of Arizona, to Twitter shits, which I swear I go through withdrawals, ladies and gentlemen. I understand it's a very intense production. It's only about a minute and a half, but I love it. I can't wait. But you are a major hockey fan. We were talking about that on the pre-show. The Coyotes are moving to Salt Lake City.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. If Craig Button reports it, he's one I trust.
Well, the report is that the Arizona Coyotes owner has been in talks with the owner of the Utah Jazz to move the Coyotes to Utah, but they're also working on. There's a land auction near
Yeah, but they closed
Scottsdale.
that down.
No. The land auction's happening.
Oh.
They closed down what they were trying to do in Phoenix last year, but this year there's a land auction near Scottsdale that happens in June 29th or so, whatever date it was. It's in June at some point. The Coyotes owner is going to bid on that land, and if he wins, they can build their sports complex. So now they're talking, well, maybe they move the Coyotes to Utah, but the owner of the Coyotes now gets $1 billion, and in the next 5 years can bring another franchise to Arizona.
Oh, well.
That may be the deal that Gary Bettman's looking to try to negotiate.
I'm still hoping for, because I'm old school, the Houston Aeros.
Oh.
I love, the town I like, Houston.
No, Houston. I hate the Houston Astros, so I don't want a team in Houston.
Well, I don't like the Astros, but I love the Houston Oilers,
who are now the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, I don't like that. But the Aeros with like Gordy and his two sons, the house.
If you want to have a team reemerge, have the Minnesota North Stars reemerge. There's no reason why the North Stars should not be there. Never mind the Wild. We need the Minnesota North Stars.
Yes, I agree. Gordy, Mark, and Marty.
Wait, we have to figure out who that is.
I know who it is.
Oh, you do?
I know who it is.
Who is it?
Bacon.
Let's see. Hold on. I'm getting there. That is, it doesn't tell me.
Won't tell you?
No, it says no. It says nothing.
I say
it says
bacon.
Be the first to comment. Maybe it's this one. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
it is not Bacon.
It could be Jay too.
It is not Jay.
Okay.
Although you're close.
It's not Jimmy.
It is Jimmy.
Oh, geez, Jimmy. Are you getting me a playoff tickets? We didn't do our hockey game. Even my wife, who's scared every time you and me and Jay are together. Why have you not gone to Toronto with Jimmy and Jay? Which I guess, by the way, Big B's not going to get to Kingston anytime soon.
I'm broke AF, as they say, buying this house and all that. I got no money.
So maybe we can get Jimmy down. Maybe the Molson rep can get us some Diamondback tickets or Arizona Cardinals or something like that.
That'd be a nice trip for you. Come out of the cold into the heat of Arizona.
I listen. You don't have to, and you haven't complimented me on my awesome tan, which is still holding up after.
Well, I figured we would talk about that afterwards.
We will. But first of all, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for, hang on. Oh, him and his fucking golf simulator.
Golf simulator
I'm
is
probably the only person that's not interested in the Masters.
By the way, Jimmy's Sports Lounge right there. Jimmy's Sports Lounge.
Jimmy, class character, ladies and gentlemen. Storyteller. You think I'm a good storyteller? You should hang out with me and Jimmy. And between the two of us, we have the whole bar free of charge, no cover. Jimmy usually buys everyone's drinks. It's like, he's got deeper pockets than I don't know, some porn star or something. But anyway,
He's very generous.
He's a great guy. Love him to death. I'd like to play Price is Right again.
Oh, yes. We have to play Price is Right.
Anyway, let's we got to get Jimmy back. We got to get Jeff Gross back. Risa Cookie J was a host on well, I'm not
He put $400 on the Leafs to win the cup.
Yeah.
And it pays out $6,800. Did he make that bet? Did you make that bet with Jay Vegas, by the way?
Yeah,
I
Jay,
bet he
I
did.
miss Jay's picks of the weeks and stuff like that. But anyway, you never know. Maybe they'll come back. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite subjects or topics or segments or whatever you call it is the Twitter shits. And what we do, Jimmy, is we try to pick the best handle of the week, the best X or Twitter handle of the week. So let's go in for our first in a long time of Mike Jolitz, Twitter shits.
Now, it's time for another edition of Twitter Shits with Mike Jolitz.
Thank you, DK. Welcome back, guys. It's great to be here.
Yeah.
Mike Jolitz Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Jolitz Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Jolitz Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads the fucking shit. All right.
Hello, everyone. And welcome to the Twitter shit. Alrighty, guys. This is where I take a news story and I tell you what Twitter had to say about it. On today's episode, Lizzo apparently is signaling she's done because she's tired of being the butt of every joke every single time. She says, I quit. And this is what Twitter had to say about it. Don't hate the player tweeted. To be honest, I'm very impressed. I genuinely believed her heart would quit first, but here she is defying the odds. Good for her. Definitely showing she's a bigger person. Tanning My Taint tweeted, this isn't an airport, Lizzo. No need to announce your departure. Going Commando tweeted, she must be new to the internet. Polish My Knob tweeted, cool. I've never heard a single song from her. Crop Dusting at the Gym tweeted, there'll be a huge void within the industry now that she's gone. Sharing is Caring tweeted, that's gonna put Omar the Tent Maker out of business. Craptastic tweeted, good call. If more terrible artists would quit, that would be great. Pop My Own Cherry tweeted, stunning and brave. Rimjob tweeted, we're not laughing with you, we're laughing at you. Chubby Chaser tweeted, who is Lizzo? Blah, blah, blah tweeted, she'll be back with a country album next. Nuck and Futz tweeted, she's the belly of every joke is more like it. Still Winning tweeted, she just found out. Taking a bath with my socks on tweeted, that's a weight off everyone's shoulders. I Love a Bush tweeted, nobody cares about her quitting, honestly. The most we feel is a sigh of relief, if anything at all. Cape Wearing Hero tweeted, she's being the bigger person in the situation. And finally, in the Twitter shits, Butt Jugger tweeted, why does she always have to make it about herself? No, and then. Alrighty, guys, that does it for the Twitter shits. Man, mean AF. I'll be back with another episode coming up here real soon, guys. Back to you, DK and Sir Big B.
Mike Jolitz Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Jolitz Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Jolitz Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads the fucking shit. All right.
No ending. No more ending. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you ever noticed this, but I'm a big fan of David Letterman. So even though I write everything in ink, I keep a pencil by. He was always tapping his pencil.
He was always tapping his pencil.
God bless his soul. This was a tough one this week, ladies and gentlemen. I struggle on normal weeks, but I haven't played the game for a while. So a number 5 is kind of a sentimental one for me because whenever I'm trying not to swear at work or even when the kids are little and stuff like that, I would always say knuckin' futs. Just very fond of that. So I had to give it a honorable mention. And I'm sure I'm leaving out some good ones because there were some good ones this week. Number 4 is crap-tastic. Number 3 is crop dusting at the gym. At first I thought he said cop busting, but then he said crop dusting. And I'm like, I really like that. This was almost my number 1, but I just couldn't move myself to it. Pop my own cherry. Just imagine some teenage virgin getting one of the toys from Amanda. And popping her cherry before she even had a chance to have a real guy. But.
And the number 1 Twitter handle is.
I would so probably do this. Taking a bath with my socks on.
Oh, there you go. Let me write that down.
What did you have?
Hold on. Let me write this down.
I'm weird. I wear socks to bed, ladies and gentlemen. Even on the hottest night, I got a fan going. I got the air conditioner cranked. I'm basically butt naked, except for my socks.
I wear socks to bed too.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not.
I had 3 of the ones you had. I had taking a bath with my socks on. I had craptastic. I had crop dusting at the gym. But I also had tanning my taint.
Oh yeah, that one. See, there was too many.
But taking a bath with my socks on is this week's winner. So we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 winners so far.
And ladies and gentlemen, I usually take showers, but I may take a bath with my socks on. Maybe I'll go in the hot tub with my socks on.
There you go. Don't run through the house with wet socks, though.
No, she'd kill me.
Yes, she absolutely would kill you.
You think this is a burn? Take your shoes off.
Wait, are you one of those people that anybody that comes has to take their shoes off as soon as they enter the house? Is that you?
Me personally, no. Now, when I go to other people's houses, I was always raised. You gotta remember, I was a mistake. My parents were older, so I'm raised with these old values. I still open doors. I still say please. I still say thank you. And when I walk into someone's house, I take my shoes off. But in my house, I got freaking muddy-laden dogs running all over the place. The house is clean, ladies and gentlemen. Ever since Isbia got that fucking robot vacuum that I hate.
We're getting one too, by the way.
Oh my God, Big B! It takes off at 6 o'clock in the morning. Do it when I'm in bed. Like, I thought, it's really cool because she'll come home from work and she works all day too, right? And, I got a vacuum. And she starts vacuuming. The dog goes crazy, attacks the vacuum. Or gets out the little mop I got her with the spinny things. And I'm thinking, maybe this will help. Maybe this will take some of the dog hair and it goes under the couches, which is really cool. I fucking hate that thing. Keeps ramming my feet. And it's almost like it follows me. It's like a weird science fiction show. I just don't like it.
In the words,
she loves it.
In the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, it has become aware.
I don't know that one.
That's the machines. They have become aware.
Oh, yeah. I honestly, I wonder. There's all this shit we have now, Big B, and you and I have embraced technology. I believe, like what we're doing here with video, since doing radio and higher tech mics and cameras and the things that we do virtually, and the AI we use for, like it's kind of scary.
Well, the emergence of AI has really made those movies that we used to joke about a reality.
Just to give you an idea about AI, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go talk in FLA in a few minutes here, but we had a work presentation, and someone said to the guy, "Wow." It wasn't even his own department. He did it for someone else. He's like a continuous improvement manager or something. Wow, that is a really good PowerPoint. Can I steal that from you to use with the rest of the team? And he goes, absolutely. And the honest guy he's like, I'd like to take full credit for it, but I've been playing around with AI. I didn't know AI could do that. Like, I've used AI for pictures and the choo choo stew thing, which we should bring back again sometime. I've kind of played, but I'm like, holy geez, like, who needs an education anymore? You just need to be smart on computers, smart with AI, learn how to type, and the world is yours.
I'm telling you, this is the way it's going. Soon, we would be able to make AI Cave Crew Radio, and it would just be AI characters and not us.
So when we finally step away, that'll be the thing that keeps our minds occupied.
Right. We can continue as AI.
And we could be guests.
Ooh, we could be guests on our own show that is run by the AI us.
Right.
Ooh.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, is there anyone, like, we write so much down in the books, which will end up in the Smithsonian someday, or the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or wherever they store radio shit. But is anybody ever write down all these brilliant ideas we have?
We should be millionaires by now with all the things that we had that we could brand.
Right.
But
we're a step ahead of the game. Like, Shark Tank is waiting.
I'm telling you, we need somebody to do some R&D for us.
Yeah. We could create a soap opera, like Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, Young and the Restless. They've been around for 50 years.
Right.
We could create an AI soap opera.
Ooh. I like it. And just we could just do it based upon the various, because you have come up with a number of Choo Choo Stew offshoot characters.
Yes.
We could just do those characters as the AI soap opera.
Kind of like Doctor Who, or that guy that there was that show on NBC where the guy would like jump through time. And become different characters.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. My friend loves that show, and I fucking hate
Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap. That was it. Yeah. Yes, Quantum Leap.
And we could have like the different Choo Choo Stew characters
traveling through time. I like it.
And you never know, like, next week, Choo Choo Sue makes a return to the planet of Gorg
with the one-eyed Aborigine or the one-legged Aborigine, whichever it was.
Yes, or the fucking ant who couldn't walk, but she bounced down. God, sometimes I miss that shit.
Oh man!
But I still talk to the guy all the time.
Yeah, last time I talked to him was a couple of weeks ago when I first made the first announcement that there was going to be a big announcement, and he messaged me and he guessed what I was doing. He says,
Hey,
"Are you moving to Arizona?"
Hard. Anyone that followed what was happening through the years, it was not hard. The kid going to school, dead giveaway.
That sealed the deal.
Yeah. That was like the golden ticket. And I'm like, yeah, that's what's happening.
There you go.
Anyway, you ready for some FLA? We haven't done that in a while. I don't know if we'll get through it all, but we'll try.
I am.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've been promising this for weeks, but we're finally ready.
Cave Crew Radio presents Florida in the News.
And I don't know if you have any favorites in case we run out of a little bit of time, but just let me know.
Well, the last story has to be in.
And in the jiggling.
Okay. The jiggling and the last story have to be in tonight.
Yes. So I'll watch for like 9-10 and
okay.
Because Mike reads the news, we have to. So
right. Okay. Well, after 3 weeks, we are back with some Florida news. And the first story of the night comes from one of our favorite places, thevillagesnews.com. Headline reads, DUI suspect with unzipped jeans arrested with an open twisted tea. A drunk driving suspect with unzipped jeans was arrested with an open twisted tea beverage in his truck. Dalton Ryan Zane, who is 30 years old, of Summerfield, was in a black GMC Sierra with his headlights on and the engine running in the wee hours Sunday in the area of County Road 470 in Lake Panaskowski.
When are we going to get our Florida map?
We need somebody.
Ladies and gentlemen. Maybe AI can scan all our episodes and print us a map.
That would be a good test for AI. A deputy approached Zane and suspected he might be intoxicated. Zane's zipper of his jeans was open and his belt buckle was undone.
He let the cow out of the barn.
Oh boy, did he. He staggered when he walked and held onto the vehicle for support. He was asked to rate himself on a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being sober and 10 being heavily intoxicated. He said he would rate himself a good 6. Hold while I write things down.
I was just going to do. I'll give it to you. A good 6.
A good 6.
That might steal it, ladies and gentlemen.
A 24-ounce can of twisted tea was spotted in the vehicle's center console cup holder. He refused to participate in field sobriety exercises, but provided breath samples, which registered 0.125 and 0.123 alcohol content. For those who don't know, generally 0.08 is the legal limit.
Is acceptable. Yeah.
He was arrested on a charge of driving under the influence and booked at the Sumter County Detention Center. He was released after posting a $500 bond.
Just for having his zipper down.
Just for having his zipper down.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's our teaser. Next one is. This is a good one.
I've got to open it. Hold on.
Call.
There it is.
I'm gonna call. I'm gonna make. Who are you gonna call?
Who are you gonna call? Apparently, the police.
Yeah.
This next story comes from Fox 35 Orlando. Headline reads: Florida man calls 911 during his arrest to complain about officers. A Florida man was arrested after he allegedly caused a scene inside a Wawa over a handicapped parking spot and then called 911 to complain about the officers who responded. Nicholas Taylor, who was 39 years old, was charged with disorderly intoxication and misuse of 911 after the incident that unfolded at the gas station at 116 U.S. Highway 27 in Lady Lake on Friday. Taylor called 911 when he came across a vehicle parked in a handicapped parking spot at Wawa without a permit. And he subsequently stormed into the store and caused a scene. He was disrupting the flow of business over the car parked in the handicapped spot and allegedly threatened to fight the person who parked there. Quote, "Do you want to fight?" the man was heard saying, according to police. Taylor then allegedly stood behind the vehicle to prevent it from leaving and continued to pick a fight until law enforcement arrived. Police said Taylor was unsteady on his feet and said they could smell the odor of an alcohol beverage on him. Due to his apparent level of intoxication, police told Taylor to either find a ride, because if he got behind the wheel of his own car, he would be arrested. Taylor became argumentative and demanded a police sergeant respond to the scene. The responding officer said he was, in fact, the sergeant on duty, but Taylor ignored him and picked up his phone. He then called 911 for another non-emergency matter to complain about the officers who were dealing with him at Wawa. Taylor was taken into custody and booked to the Lake County Jail. He has since been released after posting a $1,500.
Ooh, even bigger than the last one.
They get bigger as the night goes along.
Ladies and gentlemen, he called the cops on the cops.
It's crazy.
Book them, Dano.
That's right. You got to be pretty. You got to be pretty wasted if you're going to call the cops on the cops.
Yeah. But look what we're dealing with. This one, ladies and gentlemen, is a little bit older because none of us really knew what was going on at the time when we started to schedule the show.
Mm-hmm.
This goes back to the Super Bowl, and this is one of my favorite thing in sports. But I'll throw it over to you.
Yes, this comes from Tampa Bay 10, WTSP.com. Headline reads, $42,000 to streak at the Super Bowl. That's how much one Florida man says he spent on his ticket. A Florida man.
I thought you were going to say someone was paying him that.
No, that's how much he spent on it. Well, Super Bowl tickets cost ridiculous amounts of money.
Yes.
And he spent $42,000 to streak. A Florida man arrested after briefly making it onto the field at Allegiant Stadium during Super Bowl 53 is sharing his tale about how he did it and why. The man, identified as Alex Gonzalez, describes himself as a day trader who lives in the Miami area. According to him, he planned to make a prop bet that someone would streak across the field and that it would be him. In an interview with TMZ, he said he was at a UFC event the night before the Super Bowl and told people, including allegedly Dr. Phil and the Nelk Boys. I don't know who the fuck the Nelk Boys are.
I have no idea. We're far too old, but we know Dr. Phil.
We know Dr. Phil. He told them that he would be on the field and people should bet on it. However, when he reportedly went to place his own bet, the listing wasn't there. Still, he said he was too committed to back out now. Gonzalez released a 12-minute YouTube video on Tuesday titled How I Streaked the Super Bowl in 2024, giving a before and after look at his feat. In the video, Gonzalez and his friends reportedly scope out Allegiant Stadium the day before the game before heading back to their hotel rooms. In the video, Gonzalez says he bought a single ticket for the big game for more than $42,000.
Unbelievable.
Quote, dude, all this to go to jail, Gonzalez quickly says to the camera before buying the tickets for himself and his friends. We are legends, Gonzalez continues after buying the tickets. The video also shows Gonzalez and his friends going to Dick's Sporting Goods to buy cleats to better run on the field. Because you want to make sure you get perfect traction on that field.
You gotta have traction if you're going to run out the security guards.
Once at the game, Gonzalez reportedly waited until the third quarter before taking to the field. Didn't take long for him to be apprehended by security and escorted off the field. According to People, the magazine, People magazine,
yeah.
The game was barely delayed. CBS announcers also briefly mentioned the stunt as it was happening before resuming calling the game. The video ends with Gonzalez appearing to leave the jail the following morning. Quote, was it worth it? The man behind the camera asks. We're about to find out, Gonzalez replied. This isn't the first time a streaker has tried to take the field during the Super Bowl. Right here in Tampa during Super Bowl 50, or 55, that was 58, sorry. We're on Super Bowl 58, this is 55. A streaker ran onto Raymond James Stadium in a neon pink one-piece swimsuit or leotard while Tom
Brady, I remember that one.
And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers faced off against the Kansas City Chiefs. While unconfirmed, it appears both streaking events may be connected.
Oh.
In the 2021 incident, one newspaper pointed out what the words vitally uncensored were written on the streakers, or Vitali uncensored were written on the streakers outfit. That website is run by the infamous YouTuber Vitali Zabrovsky.
Yeah.
Who is known for his stunts and pranks at big sporting events. Close to 5 minutes into Gonzalez's video, Vitali visits the hotel room and speaks with Gonzalez. It appears to be a friendly exchange as they know each other.
But I get all this stuff about being a social influencer and all that. Gotta. Mm. But we make a lot of fun. We talk about sex toys and glory holes and pooping places, and what would motivate a person to run naked in front of like 80,000 people? I don't get it.
Well, if he was able to make his bet, I would get that, because he'd probably make more than what the ticket is worth. Because if you're going to go make a bet, a prop bet, that somebody will run onto the field butt naked, and you're able to put down a certain amount of money and it pays whatever out, if that happens, and you do it, you win the bet. So I get kind of why he tries to do it. But when it goes into where it says that bet wasn't available, but he did it anyway, then it goes into a whole other land of stupid.
Yeah. Because like, let's say I want to, I didn't know you could do this. I want to conjure a bet that you're going to say Gonzalo. I can put that on Vegas and see if people bet on it.
In like, I don't understand. This is why we need Jay Vegas, because I don't understand betting all that well. But when you do prop bets, that's stuff outside of like scores and all that. That's like, how long will the national anthem last?
Yeah, no goals within the first 10 minutes. My
Right.
kid's teaching me all that stuff. Yeah.
Who's going to be the first to commit a penalty?
Yeah.
What quarter will it be? Things like that.
Yeah, Austin Matthews, 2+ shots. Yeah, I'm learning all that
stuff like that. So then they have the odd categories of, a streaker runs on the field, a power outage occurs, whatever. I guess in this instance, that bet wasn't available in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
They may be getting wise to it where they're not allowing bets like that because you can bet on that and then go do it, which is illegal. So, they may be cracking down on bets like that.
Gotcha.
But the fact that he still did it after he wasn't able to bet just means he's a dick.
Yeah, I just things I can get. I'm going to do this. I want to be famous, but like I just don't get. Anyway, one more story before we get to our final two, and Mike reads the news because I think we're going to be closing ourselves off.
Here's this one, and then Mike reads the news, and then the final two.
Yeah. Okay. So it'll be jiggling and the one you want.
Got it. Okay.
The one I added at the end. Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, Chicago Police, everybody's into this stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, here is a story from the emergency room.
That's right. This story comes from clickorlando.com. Headline reads, a Florida man is charged with flooding an emergency room after attacking a nurse and stripping.
Imagine another streaker in a different value.
I wonder if he put a bet on it. A man in Southwest Florida has been charged with flooding a hospital's emergency rooms after attacking a nurse and stripping off all his clothes. The 53-year-old became agitated while in a waiting room at the North Collier Hospital in Naples, Florida, on Saturday. He barged into the emergency room, pushed a patient, and then pushed a nurse in the head. After the hospital staff got him into a room in an effort to keep him from disturbing other patients, he took off his clothes and pulled a high-pressure water pipe from the wall.
Oh, he was on FACA. What's this purple shit around his face?
I think that's just part of the picture.
Are you sure? It looks like he's like poison ivy or something like that.
No, because that goes into his ear. No, I think that's just the how the picture looks.
Oh, okay.
The hospital's emergency rooms flooded, causing tens of thousands of dollars in damage. Responding deputies subdued the man using a taser after he threatened him, and he was taken into custody. He is facing a single charge of aggravated battery and 4 charges of criminal mischief.
Now, wait a minute. Don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And the bail is
unknown.
Oh, well, that was melodramatic.
Anticlimactic, not melodramatic.
Anticlimactic, sorry.
So, what happens when they don't put it?
We make it up. That's got to be the highest bail.
$150,000.
Oh, I wasn't going to go that high. I was thinking like 15,000 because we're at what, 1,500 on the last one.
The last one was something like that. I'm saying $150,000 because he caused damage to a hospital.
Yeah,
it wasn't just like a single person he pushed, or he caused actual damage to a.
Can someone help me understand? All right, you punch the nurse in the face, you rip out the water main. I can kind of picture this in a fit of range or a bad trip. What is it about always getting naked?
I don't know. Maybe it's freeing. I don't know. You feel free, like in the 60s, they'd get naked and just feel free and wander around the streets of fucking San Francisco. I don't know.
standing there with the nurse. Me, Tarzan, you, Jane.
There you go. Who know when you're on those drugs that are in Florida, like Flocka, getting naked is probably the most normal thing you could do.
And I know you're like really proud about your major announcement tonight, but do you ever feel that we're that we're missing out on life? Like,
because I'm not in
I
Florida.
feel like I should go to the grocery store in my bathrobe and just kind of shred it as I'm walking down the vegetable aisle.
Well, I know all the things that go on here in New York. Nothing weird like that shit. I mean, we have weird shit going on. We'll see what happens in Arizona. But I wouldn't say I'm missing out on life when I don't see somebody high on some form of mind-altering substance getting naked and flooding things. I think I'm good.
Before we go to Mike, are we pickled pork or the grits?
What?
Well, there's 3 more good stories. There's the juggling.
Hold on, let me get to the list. Hold on, I gotta. Okay, so we got the grits. The grits is the last one that has to happen.
Okay, so you don't have the pickled pork.
No, actually, I don't have that.
And I just deleted the jiggling the. Okay, so I'm going to save the pickled pork because I think that's a throw story.
Oh, I don't have that.
All right, hang on.
So we're going to do the jiggling.
Yeah.
And the grits.
All right, and I'll save that one for later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a very quick break. Then we'll go back to talking FLA. Another favorite segment of the show is when Mike reads us the news.
And now, Cave Crew Radio presents Mike Reads the News with Mike Jolitz.
Hello, everyone. Hello to you, DK. Sir Big B. Man, it has been forever. Wow, I almost got out of practice. But now, guys, it is time for Mike Reads the News. The CMT Music Awards ran last Sunday. I missed it again for the 15th straight time. Solar eclipse happened, and we're all still alive. I was pretty worried there for a bit. Nah, Arizona just had a partial eclipse. I didn't watch that either. Less than a month to go for Pat Sajak to host Wheel of Fortune. Ryan Seacrest takes over then, and ratings will probably tank. Congrats to Old English 800 that won the Battle of the Booze tournament on bumwine.com. That's who I picked. Actually, I picked the last 3 winners. Congrats to me, too. In a press release this week, the U.S. SSA Pride announced that they will not be participating in the 2024 season. Came as a shock to me. I didn't even know they were a team. I also don't know what sport they played. No loss, I guess. Caitlin Clark has played her last game for the University of Iowa. She's planning on upcoming quiet existence with the NBA, where few will mention her name again. I know I won't. In hockey news, 8 players were ejected after a fight erupted 2 seconds into the New Jersey Devils New York Rangers game. Also in hockey news, the Arizona Coyotes record is an abysmal 34-40. They're 7th in the Western Conference, and not the worst team.
That would be the San Jose Sharks.
The Yotes are playing the Oilers right now and are probably getting spanked. And finally in the news, Bonnie Tyler was seen celebrating at a local Chipotle on Wednesday after Total Eclipse of the Heart streamed over 100,000 times, earning her $1.74. She splurged, got extra guacamole on her steak burrito. Alrighty, guys, that does it for the news. It is now time for the tidbits. They're not headlines. They're just little tiny pieces of shit. Oh, yeah. The Yukon Huskies are your NCAA national champions. They are back-to-back champions, too. Oh, yeah. The South Carolina Ladycocks won the women's tournament. Oh, yeah. Lead singer of Firehouse, C.J. Snare, died. He was 64. Oh, no. O.J. Simpson died yesterday. He was 76. The juice is not loose anymore. Oh, yeah. And finally, In the tidbits, OJ can rest easy knowing his wife's killer is dead. Oh, yeah. Alrighty, guys, that does it for the news. It does it for the tidbits. Oh, man, it's good to have things back to normal with Cave Crew Radio back on the air. But for now, guys, I am out of here. I will be back very soon, and I will be live soonish on the show. All right, later, bye-bye.
I really think that Mike Jolitz is more excited to be back than us. What a couple of great segments, ladies and gentlemen. And he always covers things that we can't get to.
That's right.
So we have 2 more stories. And the first one is Jiggled.
Yes.
I don't know if is this the right one? I thought it showed this picture.
That is the right one, yep.
Okay. He looks like the guy in the first story.
Don't they all look the same eventually?
Maybe he's a double offender.
Ooh. Or he's a doppelganger.
Doppelganger is a good one. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, new game we're going to start playing. We're getting lazy. Name the bail. The bail.
Wait, let me scan to the end of this story. Okay, there is bail at the end of this story. So we're
going to play, and feel free to join us, and we're going to play What's the Bail?
Guess the bail.
We need a new stinger. Guess the bail.
We might as well, because it's always listed on these. There's nothing but generally arrest stories from Florida. So they always have bail associated with them. So why not?
Well, when you're stealing golf carts, eating a salami sandwich in the middle of a swamp, peeing on a boat, you name it, we've covered it. There's gonna be bail.
Yes.
Because we stay away from like the horrific, sick shit.
Yeah, absolutely. You've sent a couple of those over just because the headline looks interesting, but then I read it, I'm like, there's no way I'm.
Yeah, you can't do it. It's not fun.
This one, however, is fun. And it comes from, once again, our favorite place, the Village's News.
God, I wonder how close I was to that place.
Headline reads, patient lifts gown while jiggling genitals at entrance to the Village's hospital. Hold while I write things down.
Oh, I'm writing down 2. This is going to be a tight one. I think it's down to 2.
There's still time.
I like the first one.
A patient was arrested after lifting his gown and jiggling his genitals while standing at the entrance to UF Health, the Village's hospital.
Can we stop? How do you, ladies and gentlemen, envision him jiggling his genitals? Is he lifting his gown and just thrusting? Or is he using
I would do the shimmy, is going back and forth kind of.
Or is he using his hand underneath and
I didn't think about that.
Bouncing those balls.
Maybe that could be like he's doing a little this.
If he's, mobile, he could do it just, with hip action, like you said.
I was picturing with hip action.
You do the hokey pokey. There's several ways, but I can also see him like reaching his hand up like The Rock and then flapping them things.
God. Darren Malinsky, who is 51 years old, had been discharged from the hospital, but was still wearing his gown when he was standing at the entrance at about 6:30 a.m. Saturday. He lifted his gown, showing his penis and testicles, and was asking passersby to check his balls. He was seeking opinions as to whether they appeared to be swollen. A woman who was visiting the hospital was among those whom Malinsky exposed himself Some of the witnesses interviewed by deputies said Malinsky, who stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighs 230 pounds, was jiggling his genitals when he lifted his gown. The arrest report.
This is like on the what's that show Dick Clark did? American
Bandstand.
Yeah.
The arrest report listed Malinsky as homeless, but records indicate he previously lived with his 85-year-old father in the Villages. Malinsky was arrested on a charge of indecent exposure and booked at the Sumter County Detention Center. The bond was set at...
Oh, boy. So he didn't really hurt anyone.
I will read his charge again. His charge was indecent exposure. That was his charge.
$750.
Close. $1,000.
$1,000. Fun new segment. Another thing I think we got to quite often ask here on the show is, did you ever wonder why? I think that applies to Florida. Why?
Well, yeah.
You're happy. No more of that shit hospital food. No more of the nurse yelling at you to get back in your bed. Why are you in the hallway? You're free. You should probably put some pants on. And I wonder what loofah he would use.
Hold on.
What loofah would you use for, hey, would you like to check out my balls? I think they're swollen. Well, mine are swollen too. That's because my wife never gives me any.
Well, that's a whole different problem.
I don't walk around work going, can you check out my balls? They feel swollen. They're turning blue.
There it is. Okay. Yeah, sorry. The link that I have for the final news story has gone, so I had to go searching for it, and I found it.
You found it
on a different site.
We're going to go to that now.
Yeah, I found it on a different site, but yeah, I mean, we still have time. We could bullshit for a minute.
Well, I really enjoy these things. They make me laugh. I ladies and gentlemen, I go to Florida once a year. I don't witness any of this. I meet some really cool characters, but no one's naked. I see golf carts driving around in the shopping malls, and that kind of stuff you see. It's real. But like I don't go for a ride on a speedboat and see someone, eating pancakes naked in the lake.
So here's what I suggest. I suggest you take another trip to Florida whenever you have the time off available and the funds available to go to Florida, and you make it specifically to find stories like this. So you will map out your trip. You will find the Villages. You will go to the Villages.
I don't even know where that is. That's what I got to find.
Right. You have to find it first. You go to the Villages. Go to some of the places where, like the mall, whatever the mall is that we've brought up here, wherever it is. Make a specific trip to Florida as a cave crew story hunt kind of.
That would be like a business write-off too. I think I could claim that on my income tax, because there's lots of weird people. Like I see weird things everywhere I go, but like to this extreme, like I've never seen anybody like whip a hot dog across or like a Big Mac at a McDonald's. I've never. And I've been around a long time, Big B. I'm not a spring chicken.
I've never seen it either. Now, we both live, you're kind of more in the suburbs. You're not you're fairly far from Toronto, but you're near a big city.
Yeah.
And you've been to Detroit enough times. I live in New York City. Neither one of us has seen anything like this. And weird shit happens all the time in these cities. I can only imagine what it's like to live in Florida. Now, you're only there for a week. And like I said, you will probably visit, typical tourist areas. You're not going to local area, you're not going in wandering into local neighborhoods.
Right.
For people that live there and see these things on a daily basis, it's got to be a trip.
But I asked my cousin, like, she lives there. Her husband's not retired yet, but she's down there all winter. My sister goes down for long periods of time. And there's funny things that you see, like things that make you go, but nothing to this extreme.
It obviously happens because these are legitimate news sites that we find this information from. So it obviously happens somewhere. I think when you go to Florida, or you need to make a special trip to Florida and seek this out.
I need to know where the villages are, because I'm in like Fort Myers, Naples area down, south to the Gulf.
I want to say it's in Orlando, but I don't know. I don't know where Orlando is comparatively to Naples.
Orlando, though, is like to me, Orlando is not the place to be. Orlando is in the middle of the state. There's no water.
Mm-hmm.
Disney World, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, all these. And it's fun when you have a little kid.
Right.
I'll never go back again. But
maybe that's why these things happen there, because there's nothing else to do.
But like I've been at Disney World and I didn't see a guy naked, and it's a small world. Like, it's all timing.
It's luck of the draw.
Like that would make my trip. I'm like, for fuck's sakes, I've been waiting in line for fucking 3 hours for every single ride. All I want to do is have a beer, get a bite to eat. The kid's driving me nuts. He's getting whiny. It's hot outside. All right, let's go on. It's a small world. And it's a small world after all. And then there's this guy sitting in the middle of the fucking pond naked. I mean, I'm not gay, but it'd still be awesome.
It would be awesome because of what we do here.
Yeah.
That's why it would be awesome, because it would be something you could bring back to the show and say, I was in Florida. I saw a Florida man story right in front of my eyes.
Right. I was right in the Antarctic when the little Eskimos are, it's a small world. And we're kind of swinging along to India. And lo and behold, John Smith.
Right.
Decided to get naked and get off the ride and sit in the water, which is probably the dirtiest water you ever find. He's probably got leeches up his ass.
But that's what makes it fun.
And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, we probably have measles in North America again.
Yes, because Florida people do dumb shit and go places where they're not supposed to go, usually doing it naked.
Right. I'm just going to wade through sewage.
Without any clothes except for socks.
Well, you don't want to ruin your good jeans.
Who wants to ruin a good pair of Calvin Kleins walking through sewage?
Just
come on now.
Get naked.
Get naked except for your socks.
Okay, before we got to go to the next story. We're running out of time, but before we do that, you know how they have National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day, or National Tea Day, or National Secretary? It should be National Get Naked in Public Day.
That's right. Actually, I wouldn't say I would want to see that, because more often than not, it's not going to be the attractive people that are getting
it. I've thought of that, right? Like, let's go to a naked beach in Greece. And I'm thinking, I don't think we're going to see the stuff we want to see.
No, you're going to see hairy Greek men.
Yeah.
Naked. It's not something
women where their boobies become part of their thighs.
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
Yeah. That's why I've never. What do they call that thing in Jamaica where you go and it's like a big sex party? There's a name for it.
Hedonism.
Hedonism. I don't want to go. It ain't gonna be my luck. I'm not gonna have some fucking hot 21-year-old blonde from Utah.
Right. Yeah. There's no supermodels that are going there.
No, it's gonna be Big Mama Molly and her twin sister Cassandra.
Molly and Cassandra.
Here's our
join their OnlyFans now.
Right. Do I have to have something ready for this? Does it qualify?
I remember. I'm scanning it now. Hold on.
I'm gonna put on solo, ladies and gentlemen. This is in the South. And I do have a question over the headline once we get there.
I didn't see where it would be. TikTok.
Are we doing this? No, I'm not talking that. I'm talking about throw.
Well, it's not a throw; it's a slap.
Oh, okay. So no.
But we are going to play Guess the Bail.
Oh yes, we got to get a stinger for that, ladies.
Yes. All right. Final news story of the night comes from FoxNews.com. Headline reads, Florida woman arrested after allegedly slapping her mom in the face with grits.
Yes.
Over pizza.
My question before you carry on.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried grits.
Mm-hmm.
They're very bland.
Mm-hmm.
You need to add salt.
Yeah,
not
salt,
so bad.
butter. Yeah,
some butter, some salt. Not so bad. With pizza?
No, over a pizza argument. It was a pizza.
Yeah, but there's grits and there's pizza in the same room.
Well, you got to listen to the story to find out how that works.
All right.
A Florida woman was arrested after an argument with her mom over pizza escalated into a full-blown assault. According to an arrest affidavit from the Marion County Sheriff's Office, Jaquila Mobley, who was 28, was arrested and charged with battery after she allegedly slapped her mom in the face with grits.
You don't treat your mama like that.
Mobley told deputies she was sleeping on the street in Ocala on Sunday night, but asked her mom to pick her up so she could have a warm place to sleep. The next morning, Mobley told her mother that she was going to make a pizza, but her mother countered by saying she was making grits and offered to share or make another breakfast item.
Oh.
Her mother then told Mobley she did not need to make pizza, and that's when the argument allegedly escalated. Mobley grabbed some of the grits from her mom, some of the grits her mom had made, and smacked her in the face with them.
Oh, what a mess.
According to the affidavit, Mobley tried to blame her mother for the fight, claiming she had grabbed the grits and hit herself in the face to make it seem like she was battered. However, deputies reported that they saw grits on the side of Mobley's mother's face and a mark created by a hand in the grits.
It's like one of those slap games.
That's right, yes.
Except you bring grits into it. I love it.
Mobley was
only in Florida.
Only in Florida. You slapped in the face with grits. Arguing about pizza.
I still can't wrap my head around that. Anyway.
Mobley was placed under arrest and transported to the Marion County Jail, where she remains on what bond?
She's going to be on bond, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be... Oh, geez, this is assault.
Assault with grits.
With grits. $2,000.
Very close.
Oh, I'm always close.
$2,500.
Oh.
Very close.
So of the revealed bonds, because we guessed on the one there,
Yes.
this is the highest.
This is of the revealed bonds. Yes, this is the highest.
This is the bond of the week.
Yes, the bond of the week.
This is something else we might need to document.
I can start it right now.
I don't know. I'm just
Hold on. Let me start another page here and say bond of the week.
Yes. Slap with grits, 2,500
of the week. Grits slap.
Yeah.
2,500.
Do you think we could start like a kind of Believe It or What, where we get a guest on and we give two headlines or two brief stories,
mm-hmm.
and we say, all right, which is the higher bond? I mean, that would take a lot of research to.
Yeah, I would do guess the bond, but Price is Right rules.
Okay.
But Price is Right rules. You can't go over.
Yeah.
Closest without going over.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Our wheels we're exhausted. I got to pee. I'm hungry, but the wheels still turn.
Mm-hmm.
We're not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. We're not in New York anymore. Well, soon.
Soon. We're in New York until July.
But the wheels are still, as long as the wheels are still turning, ladies and gentlemen, until one of us gets dementia or Alzheimer's, the show goes on. Actually, if one of us gets dementia or Alzheimer's and our spouse can log us in, it might be even better.
It probably would be better.
All right. Here's the fun part of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get rid of a couple of these things. And this, if you're new here, is when we name the show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot because I know Big B wrote down a couple that I had. But I did write down, just throw some show notes out there.
Mm-hmm.
And the bail is, speaking of bail, and the bail is,
yep.
There's a cow out of the barn. I like this one. I don't know. I can't remember where it's from. Disrupting the flow of business.
That was a drunk guy.
And then Mike Jolitz. The juice is not on the loose anymore.
That's true.
Might be a good show note. And then I wrote jiggling genitals.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe you have my top two, and I still like the first one, but we'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
You have 4.
6.
Oh, geez, you've been busy. You surprised me.
First one is simply from Jimmy, from Jimmy Sports Lounge. He wrote it in chat. He just said, Vegas is my bookie.
Yeah, good one. Yeah.
I think that's a good show note.
This is my bookie.
In one of the stories, I don't remember where it was. It just caught me. Extra guacamole.
That was at the end. The one before the last one.
Yeah, it just caught me. In Mike Reads the News, he was talking about some of the college teams, and one of them was the Lady Cocks.
I missed that.
I also have your jiggling genitals.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And now here's the two. I'm torn, actually, between these two. So
I might be the tiebreaker.
You will be the tiebreaker, and I'm pretty sure I know which one you're going to lean with, and I'm fine with that. I like them both equally, so I'm going to tell you what they are. First one, hip action.
Yeah.
And the next one, a good 6.
I think that is the most original show name everything has been glory hole and sex toys, and I'm not even sure what a good 6 is. I have to go back and listen.
Well, that was when he was saying if it was 0 to 10, 0 being sober, 10 being completely drunk. He said he was a good 6.
I'm sorry. That won me over from the moment you said it.
And that
I
will
say,
be
show name a good 6.
And I am fine with that.
Hip action, very good. We'll get it in the show notes.
A good
I still
6.
think he was fondling himself, but anyway. It's wherever your imagination takes you, ladies and gentlemen. If you're listening on podcasts, you don't see the video. You can just wherever you go on the stratosphere.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so like usual, I gotta pee. Big B needs sleep. We're going to wrap this up. I think we're good next week, right?
Yeah. I have nothing until I move, so.
Well, it's the week after that. I got to go to a health and safety convention. I'd rather get fucking lupus. But anyway, we'll deal with that when we get there. We'll be back next week. We'll have, we haven't been in the news for a while, so we should be able to find some good stories.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Jolich should be still invigorated and joining us. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with us. We had fun. It's a good 6.
I want you to pack up and get out.
Get the hell out of here!
Go. Just go. Get out. Get the hell out!
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
And then I tweeted, I have many millions between Facebook and Twitter. It's great. It's like owning a newspaper without the losses. It's incredible.